Hi there and welcome to the Ukestuff channel. Today I wanted to do a video about a piece of music that I recently came across, Winter Wonderland. And what I really want to do is not actually talk about the actual song so much, but about the ukulele and how this relates. So let's go back in history a little bit. 1915, the Pan-Pacific Exposition occurs in San Francisco. It's sort of a Pacific area world fair, and it's a big event. And there's a Hawaii exhibit, and in that Hawaii exhibit is introduced the ukulele to the mainland United States and ultimately the world. And people are excited about the instrument. It's an appealing instrument. It sounds happy. Many of the things that we think about today when we see an ukulele. So what happens as a result of this Pan-Pacific Exposition and this ukulele being seen in the Hawaii exhibit? Well, two main things. First of all, because people want to play the ukulele manufacturers start really increasing the amount of the instrument that they're creating. So you get a ton more ukuleles on the market. And the second thing that happens is that music composers and music printers start publishing music with ukulele chords right in there. Tim Panally is pushing out songs with sort of a Hawaiian theme, even though they're not Hawaiian, kind of trying to make make a good financial intake based upon the popularity of the instrument and everything exotic that's represented about Hawaii and so forth. But anyway, this continues for some time. So what I think about is growing up as a kid, I would go into a music store, and in fact, this is still mainly true today. Take a look at the sheet music that's there that's like pop music, and always you have guitar chords. Well, that wasn't the case. It was ukulele. So where does this come in? Well, I was at an antique store as I went to visit Ukulele Station America in Oregon, Illinois, and on the way there was an antique store, and I stopped in to see if they have any ukulele stuff because that's always of interest to me, not just instruments, but is there any like ukulele signage or anything. But they did have some sheet music, and I don't buy a ton of old sheet music because a lot of it just isn't really relevant to what I'm interested in. By the way, if you're interested in old ukulele sheet music, there is a person that digitizes old ukulele music that should be in the public domain and sells that as a collection if you're interested. I'll see if I can remember to put a link about that in the description of this video. But anyway, this song I do know, right? Winter Wonderland by Felix Bernard. And you can see it's got a colored front and a colored back. This is kind of annoying when it comes to scanning in music. You do have piano. Since piano, has been a primary instrument for a long time. But if you look inside here, on the very, very top, it says tune uke, and it shows tuning of A, D, F sharp, B. So that's tuning up the instrument a whole step to what we'd call D6 tuning, which is still used in a number of places, including a number of Canadian schools, for example. Now, in addition, if you take a look, it also says capo on first fret. So you're not just playing in D6 tuning, you're actually playing ultimately in E flat 6 tuning or D sharp 6 tuning, but in this case it's E flat 6 tuning. So as we take a look at the chords of the song, everything is written in E flat. The C chord, which would normally be a D chord in this tuning, shows as an E flat chord. The G7, which would normally be an A7, is written as B flat 7, and so on. But if you take a look at the copyright of this song, it's 1934. So regardless of whether this is an original piece of music from 1934 or a reprint, we are 19 years later than that 1915 Pan-Pacific Exposition, and the results are still there, that you can buy music like this with the ukulele written right in it, and it isn't advertised like that at the front. So it's just how sheet music would be found. When did that change? I think you're going to find really historically that changes in the 1960s with the rise of popularity, especially in the guitar, thanks to the influence mainly of the Beatles, but also of all rock and roll. You can also go back to the very, very late 1990s or the early 2000s where Jim Beloff starts publishing his Jumping Jim books for ukulele and, for example, pop music. But even today, the culture is still guitar first. But what's really cool is to step back and realize that for a long period of time, probably 1915 to the 1960s, ukulele had a massive role in functionality with pop music and being able to sing music that you love and be able to play it at home. And that's still true today. And again, the ukulele continues in this third wave of popularity, which really flipped in the early 2000s. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to sort of show you the influence the ukulele had on our culture, not just the popularity that it has today, but what it had in the past. All right, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.